All right, so we're gonna move on to the call and clarity and confusion. So the next question here, do one of you brothers want to bring the next question in?
No, yeah, we can follow right in with those. Go right
Okay.
ahead.
Have you ever felt unsure about your calling? Um, well, first and foremost, do you have a calling?
Hmm.
And if you do, have you ever felt unsure about your calling, even while doing good things?
Um, I would say I definitely do have a calling. I would say my calling is to be funny because you call it out, so you're obviously around the money. I would say an educator is my
Okay.
calling. Actually, I've
Okay.
been put it's always in the little topic on my resume. Educator is always one up there. Because I find that regardless of the topic I might be working on, I just find value being able to review knowledge onto other people, right? So I mean, because like I remember when I first started doing charter school, we used to do this thing. We had like 3 sessions each 4 hours a day, accelerated. And at one point, without even realizing, I would utilize the first 2 sessions for myself, and the third sessions was me being a teacher's assistant, like assisting other students, like unofficially. When like other teachers who I've never went to knew my name, would call the other, she's like, "Hey, do y'all have Shim in the room? Can you come help me out?" Like that's how it became, and it was just like a very natural thing. And then same thing when I was in college, leading like tutor groups, which led me to being advising. So like definitely being an educator is my calling. It definitely took me, it was through college, taking classes, experiences that helped me to learn that. Um, when I didn't know it was my calling, that was tough because when you don't know it's your call, like what is the phrase? You don't know what you don't know, right? So when I didn't know, obviously, like you said, I felt like I was doing what I was supposed to do. At the time, I'm thinking I'm going to go into politics. Everyone's telling me I should be a lawyer, so I'm like, oh, that's what everyone's telling me, and that's what I should do, right? For me, it was really helpful. Like, I think it's really with a calling, it shouldn't be anything that anyone is telling you. Like, it's someone might be telling you to your calling, but your calling shouldn't come from what someone else is telling you. Your calling shouldn't come from what society is pushing you to do. A calling should be, whether it's, from a religious aspect or a spiritual aspect, it should be the innate thing that gives you value, right? And if something truly is your calling, I'm of the belief you will find yourself doing those things in different aspects of your life, regardless of what capacity you're in, right? So to go back to my example, what made me fully, and actually again, I was in school and they made me do a whole project to like write down my goals. So I kind of cheated. Like I was afforded a project that allowed me to. But when I did that, it was a prompt that it was like, it pretty much like, what is your calling? And I was like, I don't know. What's my calling? And then it was like instructions for us. It was like reflect back on your life. And it was like find 2 or 3 things that you always find yourself doing. And it was like,
Mhm.
go back from as a childhood, teenager, adult, like, what are 2 or 3 things you always find yourself doing? And so I sat there for an hour or two, just going through my life and everything. And I kept pinpointing, I was like, I'm always helping people.